Let me ask you something straight. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they do so much in one day? They study, they work out, they hang out with friends, they run a business, and they still have time to sleep 8 hours. And then there's you exhausted by lunch, wondering how your whole morning disappeared scrolling through your phone. You tell yourself, I just need more time. But the truth is, you don't. You already have the same 24 hours that every billionaire, every top student, and every creator has. The only difference is, they control their time. You let time control you. So today, I'm going to show you how to flip that. How to stop feeling rushed, stop wasting time, and start feeling like the day is actually on your side. This isn't about working 18 hours or drinking 10 cups of coffee. It's about learning how to bend time to make 1 hour feel like 3. Sounds crazy? It's not. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to have time for everything that truly matters. The problem why you never have enough time. Let's be honest. Most people wake up and instantly hand their day over to chaos. The first thing they touch isn't water, it's their phone. Notifications, messages, memes, emails, before you've even brushed your teeth. Your brain is juggling 10 open tabs. You tell yourself you're being productive. You're checking updates. But what you're really doing is training your brain to react, not create. And that's why time slips away. You start the day reacting to the world instead of directing it. The average person checks their phone over 150 times a day. That's 150 mental interruptions. Every time you switch tasks, your brain burns energy reloading context, like a slow laptop opening too many apps. You think you're multitasking, but multitasking doesn't exist. It's just rapid task switching. You lose seconds each time, seconds that turn into hours. And that's how people lose time, not in big chunks, but in small leaks. Time doesn't vanish. You just leak it, notification by notification, distraction by distraction, until your day is gone, and you have nothing to show for it except guilt and exhaustion. But here's the key truth you need to tattoo inside your mind. It's not a time problem, it's a focus problem. Focus is what stretches or shrinks time. When you're locked in, 1 hour can feel like an entire day of progress. When you're distracted, an entire day can vanish, and you'll barely move an inch. The mindset shift, the new way to see time. Alright, here's where everything changes. If you want time for everything, you need to stop chasing time and start designing it. Most people think time is something that happens to them like weather. They say, I didn't have time, as if time personally betrayed them. But that's like saying, I didn't have gravity today. Time doesn't choose sides. You do. Think of time as a currency. The only currency you'll never earn back once it's spent. Every day, you get 86,400 seconds. You can invest them or waste them, but you can't save them for later. Once you see time as currency, you start spending it differently. Would you throw money out the window? No? Then why throw hours into meaningless scrolling? Here's a brutal truth. Most people aren't busy, they're just unprioritized. They fill their days with urgent but unimportant things. They confuse motion with progress. Checking emails, cleaning your desk, watching productivity videos, those things feel like work, but they're just disguised procrastination. So the first step is mindset. Stop saying, I don't have time. Start saying, it's not a priority. Because the moment you say, I don't have time to exercise, what you really mean is, I'm not making it a priority right now. And that hits differently. It forces ownership. When you own your time, you own your life. The power of choice. You can't control how many hours exist in a day, but you can control how those hours feel. Ever noticed how time flies when you're having fun, but drags during a boring lecture? Same clock, different perception. That's because time is psychological. When you fill your day with things that actually matter to you, things that give you energy, time expands. When you fill it with noise and obligation, it contracts. The trick isn't to squeeze more into your day. It's to fill your day with what expands you. Imagine your day as a backpack. You can't carry everything, but you can choose what deserves space. So the real question isn't, how do I manage time? It's, what deserves my time? That's the mindset shift. The moment you decide that, you decide everything changes. The science why some people seem to bend time. Let's talk science, because time feels emotional, but it's actually mental. Your brain doesn't experience time in minutes and hours. It measures it through events and focus. When you do something new, travel, learn, meet people, your brain lights up, creates more memory, markers, and time feels longer. That's why vacations feel rich and endless. But when you live the same routine every single day, same desk, same apps, same faces, your brain compresses time. Days blur together. You think, wait, it's already October? So here's the takeaway. Novelty slows time. Repetition compresses it. If you want to feel like you have more time, you must inject your life with newness and attention. That could mean studying at a new spot, trying a new method, walking a different route, learning a new skill, anything that forces your brain to wake up. Now, combine that with focus. When you're deeply immersed in something meaningful, what psychologists call a flow state, time seems to vanish. But paradoxically, you accomplish hours of work in what feels like minutes. Flow is when your challenge matches your skill. Too easy, you get bored. Too hard, you get anxious. Just right, you lose yourself in it. That's where productivity and joy meet. So, the goal isn't to manage hours, it's to create flow windows inside your day. The framework, the 3-layer system, you don't need a fancy planner or a dozen apps. You need a system that fits your brain, not fights it. Here's my simple, science-backed framework. Layer 1. The core. What actually matters. Every morning, before you even touch your phone, write down 1 to 3 things that truly matter today. Ask, if I only accomplish these, will my day still feel successful? That's your core. Everything else is noise. Because when everything is important, nothing is. When you focus on the core first, you win the day before noon. Successful people don't have endless to-do lists. They have priority, clarity. Layer 2. The guard. Protect your attention. You can't create time if your focus is constantly stolen. So build guards, invisible walls that protect your brain from distractions. Start small. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use Do Not Disturb for study sessions. Keep your phone out of reach while working. Batch messages twice a day, instead of answering instantly. Every time you protect a chunk of attention, you stretch that hour's power. 1 focused hour beats 5 distracted ones. Think of your attention as sunlight. Scatter it, and it warms nothing. Focus it, and it burns through steel. Layer 3. The recharge. Refuel intentionally. Here's a secret most hustlers ignore. You can't run 100% all the time. Even your phone needs to recharge. Your brain operates in ultradian rhythms, natural cycles of about 90 minutes of focus. Practical steps turning theory into action. All right, let's make this real. Here's your 7-day challenge to start having time for everything. Step 1. Audit your time. For 1 day, track every hour you spend, no judgment, just awareness. At night, highlight where time leaked. You'll be shocked at how much you give away to mindless scrolling or just one video. Awareness creates control. Step 2. Design your ideal day. Grab a notebook and sketch what a perfect, balanced day would look like if you were in control. Study, work, gym, friends, hobbies, fit them logically, not perfectly. Then, instead of forcing it all at once, pick one habit from that ideal day and make it non-negotiable for a week. Tiny, consistent wins beat massive, unsustainable ones. Step 3. The 2-hour rule. No matter how busy your day is, protect 2 hours for your core priorities, no distractions, no social media. That's your sacred zone. If you do just this, you'll outperform 90% of people who stay busy all day. Step 4. Use micro moments. You don't always need giant blocks of time. Waiting for a ride? Review notes. Standing in line? Listen to an audiobook. 5 minutes repeated daily becomes 30 hours a month. That's the compound effect of time. Step 5. Reflect and realign. Every Sunday, review your week. Ask yourself 3 questions. What gave me energy? What drained me? What deserves more of my time next week? That reflection keeps your compass pointed at progress, not just activity. The conclusion, the truth about having time for everything, let's be honest. You will never have unlimited time. but you don't need to. You just need to spend it with precision. Time is not your enemy. It's your reflection. It reflects your priorities, your discipline, your focus, and your courage to say no. People who have time for everything aren't magicians. They've simply mastered the art of alignment, aligning what they say they want with what they actually do. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. When you say yes to hours of scrolling, you say no to progress. When you say yes to distractions, you say no to dreams. So stop asking, where did my time go? Start asking, where did I decide to put it? Because once you realize that every minute is a choice, you take back your power. You'll see that time was never running away from you. You were just chasing the wrong things. The secret most people miss. The biggest myth in the world of productivity is balance. People think having time for everything means doing everything at once. Wrong. It means doing the right things at the right time. You don't have to read 5 books, start a business, get a six-pack, and learn piano all this month. You just have to pick what truly matters now and give it your full energy. Seasons of life exist for a reason. There's a season for learning, a season for building, a season for rest. And each one needs your full presence, not your guilt. So if you're studying, study with heart. If you're relaxing, relax without shame. If you're working, go all in. Because peace doesn't come from doing everything, it comes from doing enough with intention. Let me leave you with 3 truths that will change the way you live. 1A, you always have time for what you make time for. Stop saying, I'm too busy. Start saying, it's not a priority right now. You'll instantly feel the power shift. 2R, discipline creates freedom. The more structure you build, the more peace you feel. Structure isn't a cage, it's a compass. 3, energy is greater than hours. 2 high-energy hours with full focus beat 10 half-dead hours of multitasking. Protect your energy, and your time will multiply. Listen carefully. You can't control how long you live, but you can control how alive you feel in every hour you get. Your time is the most expensive currency you'll ever spend. Spend it where it grows, in learning, in building, in connecting, in becoming the person your future self would thank. Don't wait for the right time. There is no right time. There's only now. And now is more powerful than any perfect plan. 5 years from now, you'll either be saying, I wish I started earlier, or I'm so glad I started when I did. You decide which one it'll be, because time will pass either way. The question is, will you pass it awake or asleep? So today, right now, take control. Turn off distractions. Open your notebook. Write down the 3 things that truly matter today. Then go do them. Because the secret to having time for everything is realizing that you already do. You just have to own it. This is your reminder that time isn't found, it's created. And every second you spend watching this video is proof that you care about your growth. Now go make your minutes count. Because if you master your time, you master your life. This is StudoraX.pk, helping you study smarter, live stronger, and build the version of you that has time for everything. If this video made you think, motivated you, or even gave you one new idea to control your time, then don't stop here. Smash that subscribe button right now and become part of the StudoraX.pk family, a growing tribe.